Hello, welcome to Shad Life. I've got a bunch of new tools and I want to talk about those. I'm trying to build up my tool arsenal to have all the appropriate tools that I need for different jobs. Just because I do a lot of work on my bikes and stuff like that. And I'm actually looking to potentially rent a studio space or a workshop space so I can get out of the basement. I'm trying to, you know, get my channel to a point where it makes enough money that I can afford to rent a space. So that is my goal right now. Um, but I'm collecting more and more tools so I have more appropriate things for working on bikes. So this one here is the caliper tool, digital caliper it's called. What this one does is I can measure the inside and outside diameter of like tubing and things like that, and pretty much measure anything in both millimeters and inches. It's super cool because um, a lot of times there won't be a marking or something on like the seat post or whatever, and you want to know what the outside diameter is to see if it'll fit in a frame or whatever, and this will measure that. So super cool tool there. um, this I just got. I actually have the wolf tooth version of this, but the wolf tooth, the handles aren't quite long enough and they hurt my hands when I really have to like crank on them because they got kind of sharp edges, and it's kind of more like an emergency tool to have with you when you're out on the trail. This is a legitimate chain link, quick link removal tool, and you can also install them. So super stoked on that. Just nicer on my hands, a little longer arms for more leverage, things like that. Now this guy, the next one, these are spendy, super cool. This is the Park, brand new, haven't even used it yet, torque wrench, and it's super cool. You have a dial over on this end, and you can just dial in exactly how much torque you need. And then what's cool is once you have that dialed in, all you have to do is crank on whatever you need, and then it'll click when it's at that torque level and make it really nice for doing like a lot of things I just kind of guess on, or put my own amount of pressure, like bottom brackets and things like that. And it's going to be nice to actually put the actual proper torque on things. One of the biggest and most important things for this is like on my Rustler, checking all the suspension pivot bolts. Torque wrenches is absolutely necessary for that. So now I'll be able to check those all the time safely. Even the Swamp Master now, I'll be able to use this for that. And with it, I just got all the different, there's torques here, different size, Allen and hex, Allen, whatever you want to call it. So super cool, bunch of different sockets, things like that. And this socket fits right on my bottom bracket tool for Shimano bottom brackets anyway. I'll have to get the other ones that will work for like race face and other stuff. But yeah, super cool. And since this was just sitting over there on the bench, I'm going to install it on my BMX bike. This is pretty cool because it's a sprocket with a guard on it to protect my chain. My friend Jeremy gave me this, barely used. And the reason he gave it to me is because I posted on social media about my chain being all twisted and almost ready to break. But I caught it before it snapped on me. That would suck, pedaling and have the chain break and go over the bars or something. So he gave me this to install on my BMX bike, Colt Sprocket Guard. Super stoked on that. I'll put it on there, and hopefully if I slip off of grinds, I've been doing a lot more grinding lately. I I used to do them all the time, and I kind of haven't done a lot of grinds for many years, and now I'm back into doing it. I have some videos up there. Here's a little clip of me doing a grind at a skate park. Cool. So sometimes I miss and the chain hits and you can damage the chain. So this should protect against that. Super cool. Let me show you some Shad Life merch. Obviously I have this hat on my head, but let me show you some of the stuff I have here in the box. Okay, so there's this hat on my head. This is pretty cool. Just a regular snapback kind of flat bill cap. I have another version of it here with the smaller patch on the side. Pretty cool. Same hat. Got some t-shirts. So I have just a regular t-shirt. This comes in a tank top version also. You might notice that I like to wear tank tops a lot. And it also comes in a women's v-neck. I do believe I have white and black available in these. And then I have a more athletic or performance tee. So it's basically the same graphic and same shirt, but this is a performance sweat wicking material. So if you ride out in the hot weather and stuff, or riding trails or skate parks or whatever, this is a lot nicer to wear. Even mountain biking, I'd wear this as a jersey even. Because then if you get really sweaty, it just wicks away and your shirt doesn't get all super heavy. I do not wear cotton when I'm mountain biking, and I don't even really like to wear it much for like BMX sessions and stuff, because it just gets, once your shirt gets sweaty, it gets really heavy and kind of nasty. And then one more I have, and I mentioned this at the end of the Homie Fall Fest video, but limited edition. It's got the small logo in the upper left. Swamp Master t-shirt. So me riding, doing the wall ride on the Swamp Master. I intentionally made this graphic kind of more artsy, I guess. It's kind of, I used Photoshop and then kind of rough cut out on the edges and stuff. Just, I don't know, kind of like that style. But yeah, limited edition Swamp Master shirts. So there you have it. I have a bunch of other merchandise. You know, there are like trucker style hats. I have that. And there are some jackets and winter apparel stuff that I haven't added into my store yet, but it is available through Ride Brand, and so I'll probably add some of that stuff into my store now that we're getting colder temperatures. We're supposed to get snow tonight, I guess. Kind of wild. But yeah, I'll be adding more into the store, and I'll probably do other limited editions. So I'll probably just have one limited edition shirt at a time. So I'll do the Swamp Master one, and then when I come up with another idea. One of the things that I like, I wanted to mention this really quick. I think I did mention it in the other video, but I like to have some shirts that actually show biking on them, like whether it's a cartoon drawing. You know, I like this shirt because there's a BMX bike on it, things like that. It's just always been a thing of mine. You know, I remember growing up and being into BMX, you know, I would wear like a Haro shirt. It'd say Haro and have the little chevrons or whatever, but there was never like a bike picture of somebody doing something on a bike on it, whether it was a drawing or something like that. Even though Bob Haro, that was one of the things he did. And I always liked that stuff. And a friend of mine came out with a shirt called Of the Wall, and it was a BMX rider, cartoon drawing of a BMX rider doing a wall ride. And it was kind of a takeoff of Vans Off the Wall. And I really liked that shirt. And so I like shirts like that that actually have biking on them or a bike on it or whatever. So probably most of my limited edition ones will be like that. So yeah, kind of a thing of mine. Sweet. Well, that's really all I have for today. More to come on my channel. We are going into winter. I do have a video where I want to talk about a little bit more about how suspension works, mainly compression, because I don't think a lot of people understand that. And my thinking is the more that I know how things work, the easier it is for me to know how to set them up and what the adjustments do and things like that. So I'll do a video on that. I'll take some graphic know how to do that stuff, but that should be coming out soon. So sweet. Appreciate your support for my channel. Please like and subscribe. Peace.